going to be very difficult for anybody to unseat Mary Fallin. All right, she was in the lieutenant governor's office for a long time. She played Republican Party politics to the hilt. She made a lot of friends. She did a lot of favors, and she really kind of elevated that office after all those years. She didn't ask for a lot of favors in return. I mean, this is a person who's got a lot of political chits. And another thing about Mary, she's been looking in this race for some time, and people keep trying to talk her out of it, like they tried to do several years ago. And then Ernest Istick wound up being the nominee, which was Republicans trying to stack the deck. And every time that Republicans in Oklahoma, virtually every time they try to stack the deck, somebody blows the deck up. Just ask Congressman Keating or Congressman Ewing or Senator Humphreys. Okay? Doesn't work. All right? Never works. So what happens is that she was going to run pretty much. She didn't like Washington. She's going to run for this. Randy Brogdon's going to challenge her from the right. There's been some indication that there was a strengthening of that real extreme right conservative movement in Oklahoma, but their candidate for party chair lost. Gary Jones, who's a conservative, really won his reelection. He showed more strength than people thought. So that wing of the party didn't show much strength in terms of the state chairman's race. We'll have to see how that is. The Democrat side is where all the drama is going to be. You have two extremely popular politicians, and I know that the last Democrat chairman is still wringing his hands. You know, how do we wind up with two of our most popular people vying against each other, you know, going at each other? Democrats I know would have preferred that Jerry Askins not be running against Drew Edmondson. She has the same sort of advantage she had back in the lieutenant governor's race. She has personal money. She could run her own campaign. She wouldn't have to raise anything. Drew Edmondson is extremely popular with the bar in the state of Oklahoma, extremely popular in northeast Oklahoma because of the way he's handled the poultry suits, and poultry companies have just been completely mishandled this. They've been a public relations disaster, and Drew Edmondson has played them like a fiddle. He's just been very popular for both the way he's handled it, for his pro-environmental stance, and again, he's going to be able to raise significant money, and already has. So we'll see how that all works out. They have a mutual admiration for each other. I've even seen them having coffee together. I'm sure they were talking about why the other one should stay out. But the fact is that that's going to be a Donnybrook. And then you set up all kinds of interesting possibilities how that general election is going to turn out. But listen, we can never do this guy can't win like Randy Brogdon. I got two words for you: Brad Henry. Does anybody I'll tell you, here's the lie detector test. Anybody that walks up to you and says, "I knew Brad was going to win," is a liar. Okay? 8 years ago, nobody thought that was going to happen, including probably the government. So in Oklahoma politics, things can shift real fast if this national economy goes downhill. And remember, Mary Fallin voted for that TAR bill last September, or a year ago in September. So if that turns out to be as big a problem as many people think it's going to be, and people right now are going, "Where'd the money go?" then that could be something Randy Brogdon, you know he's going to use that. So, and I don't see any other dark horses in this. With J.C. Watts out of the race, you've pretty much got all the players on deck. So, yeah, is it going to get interesting? Well, with Senator Coburn out of the race, that is going to be the drama.